Students. Today we are going to see about the geometrical modeling, which is in the computer design part. So we shall see one by one what is this aspects of computer design. To start with, we must understand the word 3D modeling, which is nothing different from the solid modeling. If we say solid modeling, it refers to a three-dimensional body only. It's not anymore the xy or yz or zx dimensions as we see in the flat. Okay. There is a difference between what we see in the screen of a projected image and what we perceive as a original object in our hands. So to understand the solid modeling, we will see the process of how it goes when it is taken first in the idea part. It is how it is created as a basic concept with respect to humans' intelligence, and then it is used as a virtual model in the computer screen by drawing it with the computer software, and then with number of components already known, we will be able to connect them into a useful product. What we see here is a handheld drilling machine, which is battery operated. So for conceiving the models, the idea should come from the human, and the help of computer is taken here for speeding up the process. The same process can be done in manual also, but why we say solid modeling or the geometrical modeling with respect to CAD is the process will always be very easy when with respect to the computer based modeling approach. Right. What are the modeling styles we can use? We have seen in the previous sessions, we can use solid modeling in two different methods, with boundary representation and the solid merging itself. So one primitive approach is what is already known to you in the basic courses of engineering graphics. What you can do is basically you can take some examples of the basic shapes, like it exists in the form of sphere or a rectangular prism or even a pyramid or anything like that. So those things can be identified to be in the form of 3 dimension itself. Then when they combine, they can make the required shapes and sizes. Another thing is what is the idea behind the modern solid modeling is it is feature based. It can be an idea which is existing in the model level itself as a rough sketch, and from the sketch with some operations we can identify a suitable method to create the complete scope of the model. So it has got wide applications, particularly in the case of product development, and it has got many advantages. Whereas the primitive approach is the basic approach what we need to understand. Just like we add together the clay or wooden pots in the case of prototyping and identify a suitable shape of the models in the earlier stages. Okay, what we can do for the initial idea building is you can use the primitive idea, but once you want to refine the model, then definitely you need to go for the feature based solid modeling. Both are very distinct in their approach, but they give more or less similar results. Yeah. As a designer, I want to give here a title. What is a 3D system? What is a 3D system? If you say in general, we require three different approaches towards creating a model, and when it is created in a full-fledged manner, it will become a system, correct? It will be functional, right? So you require a designer, like we have seen in the initial slides, a conceptual idea coming from the mind of an human. Okay, he may be an artist. He can use a 3D system later on. The qualification for creating those kind of sketches to be an engineering sketch, or exactly to be told as if it is a technical sketch, right? For production purpose, it should be coming from the mind of a designer or an industrial engineer who knows the functionalities of the particular item when it is created in the real world. The second approach is to create from the existing object. This is generally called as reverse engineering, and the reverse engineering takes the aspects of sizes and shapes and even the dynamics from the existing world. Just like you see a bird flying and trying to create a machine that will do the same job of the flying of the bird. Okay, we can see some metallic birds even flying now in the name of planes, but they are not exactly the same kind of engineering. But we have created some kind of requirements like the thrust requirements or something which will do the job anyhow. There is always multiple solutions for a single problem. What is so viable, what is feasible, and what is long standing is to be very much carefully chosen from the minds of the engineer. And they can be copied from the existing 3D shape. Suppose you have a beautiful design accidentally created and you want to take number of copies and make it used for the business purpose, then you can copy it, and for this we can use a digitizer or scanner, or you can also whatever information is available in the coordinate axis using coordinate measuring machines or the scanners popularly called, you can take out the data. So it is from the existing data. Third one, the memory will be already having some data. When you are processing number of items, a numerical descriptions of the items will be already available. So you can use an intermediate model to create a suitable values of the object. Suppose the sizes and shapes, locations and coordinates of the items will give you some information on the volume or the flow capacity and the occupancy of a particular system. Then calculation of properties such as mass properties can be very easily done, and this is a secondary benefit out of creating such a model. You don't need to actually create a real model, but virtual models will be able to give you an idea about how the objects will be having some properties. So thereby you can pre-conclude about the selection of the items. So these are generally to be called as systems. Either you create with the artistic mind and create using a computer, or with the existing items you can reverse engineer, or you can use the model to get out the data from the items. So these are generally to be called as 3D system and are falling in the category of the 3D modeling. Understand? Yeah. Next, what we must understand the word primitives. Primitives means very basic items, and the solids are very much seen by you for projection of the solids in the engineering graphics course. We have seen this block in the name of prism, and cylinders, cone, and apart from that there is another item to be called as pyramids, but not generally having any engineering usage, right? But we can use the shapes of torus or any kinds of derivations of these basic items. So we can consider these 5 shapes to be very frequently used engineering items. So they are called to be primitive solids, even though we can call to be the solids of the category, even including the pyramids, to be very basic items. So when you create an item with respect to an operation in computer, what happens we want to see? Suppose you want to create a shape of the item mentioned on the top here with respect to an operation called a sweep. You require 2 positions, the starting position and the end position. Here it is A and B mentioned for the other item with respect to a straight linear sweep along the path. The path is the curved line in the middle, and the object will take the trajectory as the curve, and it will be created as a solid. And this is a boundary representation based sweep of the item. And what is the beauty in this is, suppose you create a rotation within the operation before you go into the next segment, that is B. Here A and A are quite the same. The edges are represented in the similar location without any rotation. But if it is a different point B, when we refer to the rotation operation, this kind of complex operations can be performed with respect to the boundary representations of the square, and any kind of complex geometries also can be joined together. And another kind of operation is called the blending between two different sections like square and rectangle, and a triangle and a circle. We can create number of connecting opportunities like this to create the complex objects which are not existing in the real world, right? And also we must understand the word Boolean. What do you mean by Boolean? Is the common intersections, unions and subtractions what we have seen in the mathematical operations or the set operations. So on the top we have a complete toy like image, but in order to create that image you must start from a sphere, and you must also mix it with the cuboid. When these two shapes get mingled, you get a common surface of the second solid in blue color with respect to the first object in the light yellow color. Now we have the common surfaces. You can see the square faces of blue color are retained, and also the extra surfaces curved with these shapes of the sphere is also connected. So it has got an intersection operation between these two. Whatever is common between these two or has to be retained is taken. And another thing is to make the holes in the middle so that it can be held in the hands of a child. So it's obviously a toy, so it must have some items in order to be held. So for that, in order to create the central locations in three different directions, you must make union of three perpendicular cylinders, and these perpendicular cylinders are held in such